Russ. This is Big Bad Bar 25 coming at you here. And I said I would do a video response for your top 20 movies. I guess it would help if I put my microphone down, right? Um, well, it was supposed to be top 10, but unlike you, Russ, I just could not do top 10. I don't know. I just couldn't happen. So I'm going to do the top 20. I'm going to cheat. But, because, I am Big Bad Bart, and like Bart Simpson, he just never follows the rules, so why should I? So, anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my list of top 20 movies that I've really liked throughout the age. Like yours, it's gonna be presented in no particular order whatsoever, and we'll go through these one by one. All right, let's bring up my list here. That would be the wrong list. Okay. I think my cat is getting pissed off at me because he's still trying to control my mouse here. Alright, let's roll through here. And that would be the cat you just heard. Number one would be The Incredibles. I mean, when I first heard about this movie, I'm like, yeah, this movie's going to be kind of, it looks kind of weird. It looks kind of like maybe I wouldn't like it. But I watched it over at my brother's house for the first time, and I really liked it, and ended up getting a copy of it, and I've loved this movie. I have seen it I don't know how many times. I love cartoon type movies. Anime, no, but cartoon drawn movies like well, The Incredibles. Anything almost by DreamWorks, I love. So that was an awesome movie. Now we're gonna go back to the past here with number two, which was the National Lampoon's Vacation. We all know the trip in the station wagon to Wally World to see Wally Moose. That has got to be my ultimate National Lampoon's movie that I love, the original and the best. I have seen that movie so many times. It is so funny. I just can't get enough of that movie. We're going to hop back onto the DreamWorks factory again here. We're going to go with Ice Age. It's another one of those movies when I first saw it, I was like, nah, I'm not going to like it. But again, I've watched this so many times, I got it memorized by heart. All the lines and everything else. I love this movie. And again, with DreamWorks, number three here I have is actually number four. I have a Shrek. Now they've come out with number two and number three. I heard one of the people over say it worked. It wasn't quite as good as one and two. I'll see it when it comes out on video. I won't go to the theater to see it. But the original Shrek, the one and only. Number two wasn't bad, but I like number one. Another one is a classic for anybody that's worked in the office situation. Number five, Office Space. Seen it a million times. It's another one of those where it's just an instant classic. You gotta love it. Number six was Analyze This. Robert De Niro. I'm a huge Robert De Niro fan. I love that movie. I've seen it another good 15, 20 times. It's just one of those, if I need a comedy or don't really know what to watch and I want to watch something that's funny and it's interesting and kind of a little bit of a gangster kind of way, that movie fits the type. And I like that movie quite a bit. Now to switch on to number seven, to the comedy, Ernest Goes to Camp. How can you go wrong with Worrell? I have almost all the movies I think that he's done now before he died, but I loved Ernest Goes to Camp. It's one of the ones I loved from when I was a kid, and I got it on DVD, and I love it. Number eight. A lot of people may have seen it. A lot of people may have not. It's a little bit weird. It's one of Adam Sandler's earlier movies, but it's another one that I love. And that would be Little Nicky. And Little Nicky is just a good comedy. He just acts out this part really well. Another one would be Mr. Deeds, but I didn't put it on my list. That's another one I've watched quite a few times. I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. He usually does pretty good. Now to the horror side of things. Number 9, Jeepers Creepers. Now, the way this worked was I seen Jeepers Creepers 2 before I seen Jeepers Creepers 1. So I watched them backwards. Mainly because Jeepers Creepers 2 came out in the video stores, and I saw it and I watched it and I'm like, this looks like it'd be really good. I'd never seen the original, but I think I'd like it. And I watched it and I loved it. It's I just love the creeper himself. It's just the way they have him done and the things they have him do. It's awesome. So Jeepers Creepers 2. Jeepers Creepers 1 I got later. I actually had a hard time finding it and I had to get it on eBay in order to get the movie. So it was a good movie. I like number 2 more than 1 just because I think it's because I seen it first. And I apologize for the background noise. Mom's out there watching a movie herself. She's got the stereo going. Number 10 would be Twister. Now, I've never experienced a twister in real life. I've seen one sort of form in the sky. I've been on a trip and I've watched one starting to form over a field and starting to do like a circular motion. So that's about as close as I've been. But still, it's a good movie. It's a good action adventure. Plus, it helps it has my truck in it, which is another reason why I like it. But Twister, number 10. So we're about halfway through the list here. Another one of my favorites, and here we go back up to the Disney and the DreamWorks again, would be Cars. I love this movie. The first time I saw it, I loved this movie. In fact, I may watch it again tonight before I go to sleep. It's Cars, Disney's Cars, Pixar films. I love it. I even liked it so much that I asked for it as a Secret Santa gift at work because I wanted to get a copy of it. And, well, I ended up getting my wish, and I got a 2 CD set for the Cars. And I've seen it many times. I love it. Everybody, all the actors just played a wonderful part in it. And pardon Mr. Kitty here, as you get a camera full of tail. Anyway. Number 12, everybody has seen it. Although I did find a few people at work that didn't, and I asked them what rock have they been sitting under for the past couple years, for the last, I don't know, decade or more. Which is A Christmas Story with good old Ralphie who wants a Red Ryder BB gun. Instant classic. They play it every year on TBS, non-stop, Christmas Eve and Christmas, 24 hours. A Christmas Story. You gotta include that on your list. It's awesome and I love it. Every year I see it at least 2 or 3, 4 times around Christmas time. It used to be almost tradition when my whole family was here is we would put up the Christmas tree and we would watch A Christmas Story and have cocoa afterwards. It was tradition, but things changed, so I haven't had that tradition anymore, but it was good. 13. Yeah, I said I'm going above 10 because I couldn't put them all under 10. I just couldn't decide. Anyway, number 13, Ice Cube, Friday. I understand it's a movie about sitting on a porch, smoking dope, and getting into these small little ruckuses and everything they do, but there's just something about that movie. I love it. I've seen this many times, and something different, and I do like the gangster type movies and stuff like that with Ice Cube and some of the other actors that have played in these. Okay, so that was a comedy. Let's roll back to the dark scene again. Love these movies. From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, if you haven't seen these are vampire movies. There's 3 in a series. I like 1 and 3. Number 2 just didn't seem to quite fit the plot of number 1. It was like watching an entirely different movie that didn't tie into the first one. And it was actually kind of boring. I didn't like that one. But then they came out with number 3, which is a western scene, and it ruled. It was just freaking awesome. So I love From Dusk Till Dawn 1 and 3. It's just, they're awesome. I've seen number 1 especially at least 30, 40 times. the music, the background.